Alrighty, good afternoon. Let's go ahead and get this thing wrapped up, shall we? So, yeah, last time we left off with, basically, well, depending on how you want to see it, 3 to 4 fights left in this entire run. Here, let's, just noticed I forgot to fix the chat before starting this. It's gonna be a little bit of a stutter. Ignore that if you could. There you go, remove chat box, yep, and re-add that same chat box, because that's just how it works, I guess. There we go. Ooh, hang on, I have misplaced the chat box. Here it is. There's the invisible bastard, so ignore the little chipping and chopping. We'll be back into business in just a moment. So there we go. Pop that sucker over there, hop over to performance mode, and we are good to go. So, what's left of this run? Well, just 3 fights. We have the first zombie fight, then we have the second last stand fight, then we have the third double boss fight, and then we have Doppelgangers plus Dorgy, so that'll be about that then. You may notice the timer is a few seconds faster than last time. I accidentally hit spacebar while starting this, so whatever, we added a couple seconds. Why not? And 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so first things first, I want to go ahead and adjust the party a little bit. Just make sure everybody has what they need, because they should have counter hit 2 at this point. Or counter 3, it looks like. There we go, perfect. This is mostly for the sake of Dorgy here. Yeah, so for Dorgallo, if you end up getting multiple counter hits, you can potentially do some pretty okay stuff there. I just figure we want any kind of damage we can get, so let's get Rampart Aura on you. Just every bit of control that I can get. In fact, you know what? Overpower. I need to get Overpower. Not for anyone that can have it. Counter hit 3. Anything I can spare for Overpower? Reflect magic and damage probably. I'm gonna get rid of Tactician. As good as it is, Overpower is just gonna be a bit more useful here. You get Overpower? No, you're just a few points shy. You know what? Actually, I should be able to pick up Overpower on everybody. So yeah, if you didn't know, ooh, here and Sun Charge to be okay. Yeah, you know what? Let's pick up Rally as well. I wasn't planning to, but that seems like a pretty solid choice here. Get you that extra slot for Guardian Force. Nothing new for him to do. Let's max out your slots. I believe you were missing 1 skill, if I recall. No, okay. We'll have another skill for you then. This one needs Reflect Magic. We want to get double reflects on everybody, because once Dorgy attacks at the very end there, he will almost definitely use either... Well, he's going to use either Draconic or he's going to go and melee somebody. Let's put that and Siege on you. And then just hope all these skills end up landing in the right space at the right time. As you do. Alright, getting Tac 1 and 2 on Ogre seems like a pretty good idea. You know, since he can't exactly attack as often. For Murden... yeah, we get 1 more skill later. And for Divold... let's get Reflect Damage, because he's constantly taking it. There we go. And then Tomb Below. So for this one, you just need a few exorcisms, basically. I can go ahead and spare those 2 off to the side. This is the main one that the exorcisms are going to be used for. Actually, this is going to be the last exorcism fight of the run. Just because you got to get all these guys away early. Canopus is really useful for just basically ledge sniping all of them. So, for example, right here, we don't actually have to exercise this guy. Which you're like, hey, buddy. Bye, buddy. So yeah, 75% chance of that succeeding. Anytime that they end up going near a ledge, just go ahead and have Canopus snipe them off. And it's just down 1 and X if you have all those same items, as long as you didn't use all your healing leaves. It should just be down an X, or square down X in order to get to your holy water. For anyone that's planning a much faster run of this. Take short moves with everybody here to make sure that they can counterattack. And hopefully you don't get knocked off any ledges yourself. knights up front. We're going to try to play a bit safer for these next couple fights, just because they, A, don't take too long, and B, the fact that we can't really spare too many healing items, because I want to have those 20, I believe we have 20 healing seeds left at this point. In case stuff starts going very south at the end boss, I just want to make sure that we have all those. So just wrapping up OB, yep. We basically have like 3 main fights that are kind of sort of fight fights that are left to go. Most of them are relatively quick. These are the this one and the next one are going to be the last ones that are defeat all. So we're going to be taking them a little bit slower just to make sure I don't run out of consumables. Yeah, wrapping up this. Probably wrapping up your mod tomorrow, given how stuff's been going today. So there we go. Let's get that guy. Now we're going back to last resort strats here. Just to make sure that we're not spending anything. These guys aren't too bad in terms of their DPS, but, you know, in general, you know, we just want to make sure not to run out of anything. Which, yes, I know, I've repeatedly said the same thing over and over and over. I don't mean to be redundant, I just want to be absolutely clear, because I know there's going to be that one guy, oh, why are you suddenly not using blood price all the time? It's like, but I explained it 80 billion times like a complete annoying douchebag, that's why. Ah well. Anyway, how's your day going, Mr. Cerebro? Decent? Acceptable? Alright enough to say not terrible? Let's go Aegis on you. So yeah, the original strategy from earlier in the run here is just kind of cycling the knights, just basically cycling your front line. Not really any need to get more specific than that. But yeah, just you have a couple of heavy hitters up front, you have 3 knights up there, you cycle out the knights as they get tired, you cycle out the heavy hitters as their health gets low, give them a little bit of time to regen. They're typically going to get about 3 to 5 regen procs per turn, so they can regenerate pretty fast. Basically regen, along with poison, along with pretty much every buff and debuff in the game. It doesn't actually go by turns in this game, it's just entirely based off of the RT counter. So it's however much time actually passes, which I guess is a nice way to handle it. Bad time for a drink there, as usual. I don't have any shield bashers coming up, so I'll just, yep, there we go, hope for a crit, and that's an insta-kill. It would have been an insta-kill anyway, but oh well. Knock this one down. We've got a zombie knight and a enchantress I'm not worried about. Again, we're entirely set up to just ignore magic damage for the most part. The reason that Dorgallo is still going to do a couple of damage later on isn't actually it isn't because like magic is super good or whatever. It's actually just because he's using Draconic Guardian Force, because they're probably going to snipe that Berserker on the right since she's on the ledge. Try to Trident. And there we go. How's the sound, by the way, for anybody that has managed to survive the annoyingness so far? Alright, I will take that as everybody's already gone. Fantastic. That happens more often than... well, more often than not, to be honest. That's fine. Alright, let's go snipe this one a little bit. I believe that's the Necromancer variant. And we do not want to be dealing with them. Now, you may be wondering why exactly it is that out of nowhere the one-handed spears are doing next to no damage. So at this point, the AI has pretty much shifted over to 4th and 5th tier stuff. Right now, that armor is generally speaking better dealt with the upgraded spears at that point. So by now, odds are somebody would have either gone through Farampa and picked up I think it's like Spear, Sword, and Axe, whichever one it was, or the Spear Enchilada. And if you've got either of those, well, you've got access to Longinus, you've got access to, what are the other ones? You basically just have all the elemental spears. So yeah, endgame weapons generally are going to seem like they're doing less damage, but they also have to account for the fact that elemental scaling can completely throw their damage through the roof. So if you're going for just raw damage, generally heavier weapons are the way to go. If you're going for like elemental trickster damage kind of situations, generally speaking, the more efficient, just overall efficient builds are going to be your. Ooh, I'm actually a little bit surprised he took so little damage from that Scutum. But yeah, generally speaking, you're going to want to use elemental spears if you want to go for more tricky type setups. Which actually might do later. It's just, it takes a little bit longer to do, even if it is, a little better, arguably. But oh well. Oh well, oh well. Let's put you to sleep permanently. Not going to worry about exercising these, because we just need to deal with the one Templar now. The one Templar and the Archer. You got Thunder Beast, you got Thunder Beast. Okay. That's a Shackle. And then we should have a couple of stabs here and we're good. Good, good, good. He's gone, and then the last zombie Canopus should be able to handle. I hope she ends up deciding to stay there. Please don't move. That's a really perfect spot for you. That works too. Alright, not gonna bother attacking. It's a nice safe spot for Denim. As per usual, I don't exactly want to risk it, because you never know which fights are gonna let you fall off and which ones aren't. So yeah, Canopus has his turn coming up at the end of all these guys' waits here. Alright, and let's get you sniped off that cliff and proceed on to the last stand fight. You are just plain mean. I know it's 61%, but dang. I was really hoping to save these holy waters for something I guess I really don't need to be saving them for. Oh well, let's get the knight out of here. Enchantress is a little bit less worrying, because, she's all squishy and stuff. Leave all that here, leave all that here. Whatever, I guess we'll get them exercised after all. I mean, hell, they might end up dropping some useful items. If they'll drop some ginseng, that'd be nice. I probably should have been going for more kills up to this point, huh? Okay. Well, if Canopus isn't going to do it the fun way, I guess we'll do it the brutal way. About 411 damage. At this point, he should also have access to TB3. I didn't remember to check if he did. Which if he does, I should definitely pick that up. Like in general, TP3 is going to be dangerous in terms of it's going to start draining more health every time he uses the skill, but if he is able to use it... where's my TP3? So I want to say he was at 28, and he's at 30 now. TP3? TP3? Where are you, TP3? 28. Insufficient skill points. Oh, okay. Well, we're not going to be able to get it. Never mind. Got one more heavy hitter in here. So last stand can be annoying sometimes because they've got a lot of phalanx users, and they've got a lot of fusiliers, and they've got healers. On top of that, there isn't a whole lot of flanking to do. It's mostly a direct fight, and it can turn into a bit of a slog. But gonna be trying to sneak Canopus around here. Start him off with the ginseng. Turn on Orcolis. He's going to go and distract over from the side there. Specifically, the ideal here is I'm going to move him on the other side of that little Stonehenge-looking thing. If he can get into that corner, he will be able to just kind of sit there and, you know, he'll sit there and dodge and do all that kind of thing. The following turn, he should be able to turn on Alcolas, move very far, but then still be within range to snipe whoever was attacking him off the cliff. If it's one of the Swordmaster guys or something like that, that will be an insta-kill. Otherwise, otherwise, it's just an extra hit. Oh well. Whatever it happens to be. So I'm going to use Ginseng on Folkert here so that they can use their discounted blood price. Hey there, Earthsunder. How's it going? So yeah, you are showing up right towards the very end of the game here. This is basically the Dark Knight's Last Stand, which is followed up by the twin bosses that have somehow refused to die up to this point. And yeah, then after that, it's the Doppelganger fight, which is technically like a two-phase super boss fight, but either way, the next map is the last one. So we go for a cheap blood price here. So he's only going to take 122 as opposed to the usual 140. I'm going to go ahead and use a Mending Seed, and I'm actually going to leave him charged up for the next round. So yeah, we're getting very close here. I never expected to get this far in this run. I would have expected it to die off way earlier. Probably around that time that we ended up almost losing, just barely survived with 1 HP off of Zapan 2. Definitely would have expected that to go a bit worse. Okay, discounted blood price, and let's go for the crushes here. So light blues are Swordmasters. They're kind of the first layer of healing you gotta break through. So we're gonna go for that. Actually, let's just go for a basic attack with her. Just get this one gone. I was out of range of the Guardian Force bubble to be able to use discounted blood price, so didn't want to risk it there. I still haven't picked up TP plus on the rest of these guys. I'll do that in a little bit. Move you here to make sure you don't fall off a cliff. Gonna get the insta kill. There we go. Let's move you here to make sure that they're using lots of AoEs if they have them. Thank you for the block. Yeah, this is going great. This is going way better than I expected. Okay. So next up are going to be the Terror Knights and the regular Knights. So Terror Knights are going to be the dark robes with red capes. They're going to be the ones trying to throw lead on everybody. Ooh. One of the kid swords going off in the background. Not sure if that's coming through. So we're going to drop a Phalanx there to make sure that they don't get the flank. Move forward here for a little bit of extra support. Now, okay, so I was saying what they are. So, dark, like navy blue robes with a red cape are the Terror Knights. They're going to be trying to pass around just a ton of different debuffs. Not to mention they hit pretty hard and they've got decent armor. The ones that are kind of like a purplish blue with a red cape, those are going to be the Knights. And here we go. This is going to be the first trick here. So, I'm going to go here. God, that's loud. How was that not that loud before? So we're going to go here. We're going to turn on Hopongo. This will give him regeneration, and this will cause, since he's got the lowest armor, those guys should circle away from the front line and start trying to attack him, which should allow us to completely envelop them and take care of that problem that way. If they're gone, then we can just go straight towards the back line without having to worry about dealing with the healer early. Otherwise, the ideal is that he ends up dodging and counterattacking him, or actually, I guess it depends. If he ends up taking a counter, then he's going to be able to go put the healer to sleep. If nobody ends up attacking him, then he's just going to be able to go start pressuring the healer. And that right there is why we want them gone. Okay, we don't have any Guardian Forces up. We're just going to go for the risky attack here. The Tyrant's Mace, get rid of what little TP that guy already has built up. Retreat him out of the fight for now. Go for a basic attack here, and yes, I am still saving up his points. We'll get to Y in a bit. Alright, perfect. Man, Typhold is just doing great. Considering that I don't have parry and his weapon skill is still pretty weak, he's doing really well. So if we don't break past the front line, then we have problems, but we should be good. Because yeah, that's already two-thirds of their front line broken. Is that a strength? That's a strength. Take it. Alright. Go for a Scootum on you. Get that stun off. Put an Aegis on Sabrine so that she gets healing. So the deal with Blood Price, by the way, for anybody that may have missed it earlier, you sacrifice however much of your health can be sacrificed without, like, up to half of your health in order to charge your TP. So the higher your health, the more you can do with it, meaning that it makes them perfect candidates for heavy vests if you want to do a lot of damage. Typically, yeah, let's just go over here. Get one of the knights through. Rush. Okay. Get back to explaining in just a moment here. Man, Diebold is just friggin' showing everybody how it's done. For a Trident. Probably could have gone for an Aegis there, but oh well. So what I was trying to get on with Blood Price there, typically first round is going to be a near skill move, second one is just going to be a really heavy hitter. Third time that they use it, they might not even be able to charge up a full bar, so it's not even worth it at that point. So that's kind of about that there, really. Aegis on you. Yeah, it's fair to say that we got this. Not even worried anymore. So we can start pressuring the healer. Basically, when you start pressuring the healer, typically they'll start having a choice of either they'll heal and retreat, or they'll run backwards to heal themselves. I'm assuming that the AI thinks something along the lines of, you know, like, oh, I'm gonna heal, but I gotta keep myself safe. Even though normally the AI doesn't really think that far ahead, but it's kind of the way that it feels like it does it. Okay, nice 330. Can only do 250 that guy because he's probably running worm scale. It's fine. For future reference, if anybody's routing out anything faster, I'll take a look at that guy's armor real quick, just to see what kind of stuff he's working with. Okay, Dynamo Plate and Boulder, interestingly enough. Wouldn't have expected that. Dude's pretty tough. Actually, he has a Ring of Vigor, doesn't he? Yeah, okay, that's why. Yeah, ROV definitely gives you a good amount of protection. So with Vigor, it basically reduces the maximum amount of damage you're going to take. That's the easiest way to explain it. So it's not necessarily it's going to like reduce the minimum, but it's definitely going to reduce the maximum for you. Back off, see if we can get one of the spears in there. No, we've still got Voltaire back here. That would have been perfect. Oh well. Finish him off, please. That way we don't have to worry about the healer. That's going to be a dexterity. You don't necessarily need it. A dexterity would still technically have the potential to boost damage a slight bit. Think of it kind of like Dark Souls scaling. That you're always going to have strength and dexterity for every weapon, just to a different degree, with very few exceptions. But in that case, it's not really worth it. Go for the stab. Yeah, those spears are just so good. It's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. People can tell me whatever they want about light spears. They're friggin' amazing. That one off. So we don't have to deal with their nonsense. Move here to avoid the cliff. Move here, you move here. Yeah, there's nothing they can do to win this fight anymore. Probably should have gone for Ruination there, but didn't. Stab through the rock. Crap, that sucks. That's really sucky right there. I would have expected them to die. Expect you to die, Mr. Bond. Guardian Force. I should allow for Diebold and whichever Berserker that is at the very top to charge up a little bit. Right. Now then... finish off the Ruination. Blood price here should be enough to crush this guy. Yeah, 337, no problem at all. Hopefully 5 blood prices will be enough to do Endor Galawa. It doesn't really leave any room for failure in terms of Phase 2, but I'm hoping for Phase 2 everyone will just be able to dogpile it. In my experience, Phase 1 has generally been the scarier one. Like, Phase 1, you've got Doppelgangers of your entire team, which, the way that I have it set up right now, I would essentially be fighting them at random. So I know the Knights would be able to beat the Berserkers in a sort of stalemate type of fight. So, you know, if I did form them all up, then we'd be just fine. Whereas, you know, if they started going around using Blood Price all the time, the AI does not know how to use that ability, so it should be fine. Basically, it would be something along the lines of like, oh yeah, I went and used Blood Price, and then just sat in a corner somewhere, and then used it to cast Last Resort, and then used it to go use a finisher. It's like, you've just done all of that in the completely wrong order. But the AI just kind of runs around and uses everything as they see fit. So we're going to go ahead and skip a cutscene there. And final fight. Final map, rather. Swain did not get... I need to check if I have any more Dynamo Plate, actually. So, one last menu check of the run. Helmets, good. Vests. Okay, we did get another Dynamo Plate. I'm gonna stick that on Sarah, just so it's easier to tell who has what. Okay, Dynamo Plate. Any better leggings? No, there wouldn't be. No better shields, no better weapons, we're good to go. I want to pick up TP3 if I can. What is that? Oh, GG noob. Fair enough, so we can only have 5 for this first part. What we're going to do is, let's do Fulcrit and several of the heavy hitters. That should do nicely. By any chance, was that enough to get TP3? I think I need 580 to get TP3. Yeah, it's not going to happen. It's very possible after this fight I might be able to get it. But I do need to get TP1 at least on these guys. TP1 and add skill. Can get it on you. This will essentially just increase their maximum potential for damage here. And lastly, Diebold. Get rid of Augment Darkness. It's not like you're using it anyway. I'm surprised I haven't gotten rid of it yet, to be totally honest. Siege, we're gonna need. Get rid of the Berserk. Gonna take my time on this one just so I know which one's which. Overpower's good. I can probably get rid of Last Resort on you. And yeah, you've got all of it, so... Attack 1, we've got counter 3. Okay, we should be solid. Let's do this. Let's do this! So, Barbas and Martin. Despite the fact that they're, as per usual, at a lower level, they can hit like trucks, so we're going to go ahead and fortify up back here. Okay, I'm going to get blood price going on all of these guys. Give them a little bit of a heal. As long as I go into the last fight with 20 healing items, I should be okay. Hopefully. And yeah, I know, I realized that... Hulk Hoganing over there, Mr. Earthsunder. Alright, now I believe these guys are death-proof. Yeah, so you can't shackle. But Thunder Beast will be enough to get him down pretty low. Denim should be able to charge up to 250. Should be enough to get everything done. As soon as you get rid of one of them, it kind of, well, it gets a little bit easier. You can kind of just go melee on the other guy. Okay, you're still running Titan's Fist, that's fine. Go there. Their big AoEs won't do much, but their melee stuff will. Let's get that scene. Yep, only getting 230 out of that. Not exactly ideal, but whatever. Was planning to throw an Aegis on him there, but was slightly low on points, so we're just going to go for the item heal instead. Go for another item heal here. The nice thing about attacking exclusively with finishers, we don't have to worry about them getting their super moves charged up. If they do that, like if they get up to 100 TP, you're basically screwed. How do you not have Thunder Beast? Yeah, so like he can do 150. And stun. That's always nice. But that's it. That's basically the fight one right there. They got close, they didn't get a chance to use their moves, and they are now toast. Interestingly, they are not immune to stun. Probably should have had Guardian Force up, but whatever. Goodbye, Martin. You and your smug jackal face are gone. Aegis on Diebold. I'll go pick up the Wheel of Fortune here. Sure. We'll just pretend it'll do something extra. 228, and then Voltaire should be able to finish this up. Wow, nice 36%. Let's try from the back at 66. It's possible. Whatever. A couple melee hits will do it. It's fine. See, now in vanilla, this part was really annoying, because then, if I recall correctly, they could spawn in with Phalanx, like the original version of Phalanx, meaning that occasionally they would just get to the very last fight and they're like, yeah, I can't do anything to you, but I suddenly only take 10% damage. Yeah, this is pretty great, and yeah, so you're just kind of sitting there wondering, like, what the hell? Just sitting here waiting. This isn't exactly compelling in any possible manner. Alright. Berserkers are up to 31, that doesn't really do anything good for us anyway, because everything's already scaled up. Receive the Brynhilder. We can't actually use that, surprisingly enough. Alright, final fight. Let's do this. But all heavy hitters go in the back row. All knights go up here, Volkert is in the middle, pikemen are all taking up the front line. Canopus is just kind of hanging out. His purpose in the entire game is just done. I might be able to use him for distraction, but that's about it. And then we get the Brynhilder on you. That thing is awesome, by the way. I should have a Damask Shield. Yeah, there we go. I don't have to fight Undead anymore, so don't need to keep the Vulgar just in case. Phalanxes are always a good unit. So interestingly enough, these are kind of just made-up Phalanxes, as it were. Like the original game's Phalanxes were skilled at, like I said, just basically said, hey, I suddenly don't take damage. And that mess was just plain annoying. Also, crap, I mixed up Murden and, what's his face? Voltaire. Alright, so he's backing up, that's fine. Let's move here. I need to ginseng up everybody. So here's the thing, once you get to this part in the game, like, for this fight, generally speaking, except for like one move, resistance is not going to matter whatsoever, so we're completely stacked for resistance. Everybody's pretty much running heavy weapons. So we're gonna do stack these guys up to the very back. I'll go for the Bloodborne. Now the AI does not know how to do this. Generally speaking, any strategy involving items or using skills at the correct moment, the AI does not know how to deal with. Other than that, all of their equipment, all of their skills, everything else is completely identical to my team. So what I want to do, and the reason I picked up Rampart Aura pretty early on, is I want to get my Berserkers charged up, put them all up in the back, and have them all having their turns at the same time. So I need them taking just as low RT as possible. So we get to this point, just charge all of them, make sure that they have a kill move available. I forgot to max out their damage, actually. Not optimal, but good enough. Probably should have done a final equipment check before going into this. Oh well. Anyway, so that's all of them more or less handled. The moment that you start doing damage, that's when you have to start worrying about all kinds of moves flying around everywhere. But you can completely isolate yourself from the Doppelgangers if you time it right. So the Knights, other than Murden, are not going to be able to get close enough to get around the phalanxes. And the rest, I'm just going to completely block off. So, everyone's going to go here. They're going to eat a ginseng. They're like, man, this fruit is so good, it makes me fart out invisible walls. So, you can go over here. And we're going to drop a phalanx right there. So one of them right there, that'll... Essentially, you see those little circles around him? That'll keep them blocked in all that particular manner. Alright, so he's going and just buffing himself. That's fine. Not sure why he didn't decide to follow that up with anything, but okay. Okay, you're going to drop a phalanx right there. And you're going to go ahead and suddenly realize that you forgot to actually get field alchemy on Murden. Awesome. Fantastic. Now, Dorgalawa hits harder than anybody on my team, by a pretty wide margin, actually. The rest of these guys I'm not super worried about. And I do plan to just not fight them altogether. Not that they're the biggest threat in the world right now, but oh well. So next up, we're going to need a phalanx down over there. I don't have any Terror Knights on my team specifically for this reason. That's why I decided not to go for the TK and Knight strategy. Alright, one of the twins is going to go for a Sputum here. I'm going to go ahead and stun Fulgurt. And he's just going to block it with his body. This one's going to go over here. Eat a Ginseng and throw the last phalanx out. Or actually, second to last. Put that right there. That gives a nice big wide area. So healing wise, they only have access to regeneration. And they don't really know how to use that very effectively. So at this point we can start wailing on anybody that does come through. Let's go for basic attacks, because why not? The rest of them are just going to sit around like lost ducks and be all confused. No skin off my back. Right. We're gonna go for the breach, and we didn't get it. Yeah, the only thing is we need to get them away from... I need to get my guys away from the phalanxes here, because they're just gonna start poking through them. Funnily enough, you can get some free pokes going through this. Safety phalanx over here. Perfect. That's fine. Right. So first Doppelganger's almost done. It's gonna take his phalanx away with it. First one done. They only ever drop cards, by the way, in case you're wondering. drop another phalanx right there. This way we can leave a little gap open, they can only trickle in one at a time. Right, it's gonna be the one stun heal of the entire game. Got all these stun items throughout the game, only gonna heal stun once. There we go, done deal. Just wanna make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah, just with Broomhilder. I'll take one step this way and throw the phalanx right here. That leaves him with only that right area to go through. Now, despite all that, like you'd think, hey, you know, he's going to teleport over to the other side. The funny thing is, Rampart Aura, for whatever reason, affects teleports. It doesn't affect flight, but it affects teleports. So yeah, Norgallo is actually stuck over there as well. That part of the strategy I didn't exactly think through too well. But luckily, they are just going to come over one at a time, so who cares? We can just deal with them as they come. Done deal. Yeah, there's that Draconic I was talking about. So he's the one legitimate source of damage in their entire team. Or legitimately worrying, I should say. Funny part is, they'll sometimes end up using Blood Price at the end of their turns. That mess is always hilarious. Sonic here, I probably shouldn't. I should have just retreated him, all things considered. Right, that. Turn on the Alcolas to try and drag some of them down this way. Thunder Beast? Yeah, Thunder Beast is a pretty safe option. Just kind of lightning gun everybody. Okay, Chariot, take it. Just making sure she has rank 4. Get that blood price, go for another Thunder Beast. Because they don't know how. Like I said, they don't really know what they're doing. That move made no sense whatsoever. Yeah, almost burned through the last of our healing items. Now we're down to 14 healing seeds. Still, should be alright. Should be alright. There's another Thunder Beast right there, that'll do her. This could potentially break this Phalanx, but that's fine. We'll just put up another one. Go for a little bit of a poke here. Come on, teleport in. He's going for the stop. I got it, you guys. It's okay. Good doppelgangers, I'll take care of you. Like all I wanted was friends this whole time, and now I'm getting them all killed off because I'm killing off the first people that came by. Man, what a good guy. Dang it, stop your freaking stun procs. Yeah, it's usually pretty uncommon for them to get multiple in a row. So far, their version of Voltaire has managed to nail every single one of his stun procs. Probably should be going for Guardian Force here, but this will do just fine. Out of curiosity. Okay, you're not getting that. Probably gonna miss. Eh, figures. Oh well. Oh well. Not exactly the most exciting end fight right now, but it works. Definitely have to say Phalanxes and just a generally beefy team. Like, this team in general just seems to completely break this last fight, so... hopefully I don't get stuff nerfed, as is the usual thing here. Like, truth be told, with Phalanxes, as fun as it is to put out, like, 10 different barricades, I do kind of feel it should be limited to 1 per person. But whatever. It's probably best kept to myself. It's like, no, stop ruining the stuff that seems to work real good. And it's Phalanx broken, I think. No, it barely survived. Must have spawned in with 3 health. So the barricades, or the shadows in this case, can spawn in with variable amounts of health, depending on who the hell knows what, as with everything in the game. But yeah, from 1 to 3 generally. I have seen them spawn in with 4, but 1 to 3 is the norm. I don't know how that 4 happened. Alright. Thank you, one threatening unit, for your input there. We go ahead and shank this guy, even if it breaks the barricade, we're fine. Good. He's gone. Let's put an Aegis on you. Get that regeneration going. Yeah, I never expected it to get this far. Also, I just noticed I forgot to actually update my splits, didn't I? Some one chamber. There we go. I forgot to update all of them. So Tomb 4, Dad God. This is kind of sort of their dad. Okay, still continue playing it safe. I'm a little bit surprised that they haven't gone for Canopus here. You'd really think they would have by now. But no, they're just kind of ignoring him for some reason. They typically will always go for the weakest one that they can target. Or at least the weakest one that they can go towards, and yeah, no. They just can't get over there because there's so much Rampart flying around. They're just pretty much completely stuck at this point. So anybody who says that Phalanxes aren't very good, yes, I did see a couple people saying that area control doesn't matter, it's only damage. Yeah, no, look at this. This is the Doppelganger fight, and they can't do jack. You're just all stuck in my web. Right, let's get your stun out of here. I guess I will go for two entire stun heals this run, as you do. Yeah, that really high evasion is starting to be a little bit of a problem. I think I'm going to let Denim participate a little bit. Yeah, I think we're just going to give a little bit of ground here, because at this point we can't just win a direct fight. Alright, left rise it up. If he succeeds in killing off this guy, then he should be able to just charge straight through. Yeah, there we go. Doppel Eddard is gone. That's adorable. Oh! Oh, he just got the friggin' 40 regen per thing on the last boss. That's a little bit annoying. But as you see there, 800 health. So that's kind of the reason that we have to take that guy slow. I was hoping to be able to just outright overpower him, but it's kind of looking like it's just going to be a slow and steady fight. Because I was thinking he'd be able to teleport to the other side of this, but he can't. However, one opportunity that does present itself in the future is actually to use Fusiliers. And if you use, it should probably take about 3 Fusiliers to put up barricades rather than shadows. Then it actually should be possible to just break through that. So I'm going to go start getting this one out of the way so I can have him circle around. Alright, you're going to attack and retreat. But yeah, barricades don't affect teleport. Shadows do. Fine. Unfortunately, he's still a little bit low in health. I believe we only have 1 revive item as well. Perfect, finally! He's like, man, they finally noticed me. I've been over here looking all like a big old tempting chicken nugget this entire time, but nobody wanted to be my friend. Alright. Now, he should be out of range of pretty much everybody. Let's put their denim to sleep. Sweet. We're getting very low on items. Luckily, the very final part of the fight involves just a straight bum rush, so we shouldn't have too much worries there. Alright, for that one. We need their knight's gone. Because at this point, Dargala will just be able to regenerate any kind of damage we do to him. Might have Voltaire attack him if he has an opportunity to do so, but generally it's not going to be a good idea. Stun her. Get regeneration going on these guys. Getting close. I'm gonna go have Sarah go for the side poke here if she can as well. Not worth blood pricing right now, but you can go ahead and heal. Actually, no, it is worth blood pricing because you can get a discount. Forgot that I have Guardian Force up. And only took 100 health, but got 160 TP. What a bargain! What a bargain! Come on then. Come on then. We're almost done. I'm gonna fortify her. Just so she doesn't end up losing any more health than she already did. So I want to have at least a couple Berserkers at full health once we get to the last fight. And yeah, the Doppelganger plus last boss thing is not the actual last fight. The obligatory dude guy turns into a giant demon because reasons thing, that's the actual last boss fight. Voltaire would be able to go for a full 225 hit here, but I'm just going to go for this. Ooh, I even got the stun. I forgot that Dorgi, for whatever reason, is able to be stunned. Yeah, go figure. No idea how that logic works. Friggin' Super Demon King guy. Somehow capable of being stunned just like every other person. It's not a mod thing, by the way. It's just something that was in the game. It's kinda weird. It's a little bit of regeneration. Put his back there just in case he wants to go for a melee, and he failed. You fail, sir! You fail. What's next? I'm gonna go kill your Doppelganger, please. And thank you. It's always funny when that happens. If you end up getting a crit on either one of your little stabs there, you wind up with a situation where you end up getting a little bit of a delay on the game calculating the rest of it. Alright. Gonna go for a low price health leech there. Go for one of these, and there we go. He's fully charged up. So from here on out, we're gonna try not to use TP skills on any of the berserkers. We're just going for raw damage. Please miss that. Crap. Well, that's fine. Canopus isn't needed for the last fight. That's perfectly fine, and he's not gonna bleed out, so we don't have much to worry about. Scoot him a little too much. Trident a little too much. That sucks. Not a good time for her to bait. Oh, we lost Tim! Okay. That's not good. That's not good. When did that second phalanx break down? Ah, that's not good. Oh well. It's far from being, you know, unmanageable. Strength upgrade, I'll leave that for somebody else. You're gonna go up here, you're gonna... don't want to do Phalanx Rages. Let's go Phalanx. Prevent this one from going anywhere. just a straight fight with the remaining third of the Doppelgangers now. Then we can just all recover with whatever items are left. Beat down Dorgy, and we're good to go. Then it's Demon Dorgy. He'll probably end up taking about 2/3 of the party out. But yeah, as long as we have TP, we can just keep mashing moves on him. Unfortunately, he typically will get about 2-3 turns for every turn that you get. Actually, I think I do want to go for the stun here. Yeah, better go for that. Yeah, you might be able to tell that this fight is quite a bit different from how it is in vanilla. Namely, that you actually do want to bring Doppelgangers along. This guy is strong enough that you really do not want to be fighting him solo. Take him out. Probably could have had Murden do that, but I didn't want you to right now. Get charged up. Without healing abilities. Alright. What do I do with you? I'll probably just go here. Well, Murden's gonna be a problem, I see. If I can go for an item and an Aegis, that should sort out some problems. We're down to 6 Mending Seeds. Still fine. Ooh, plus 17 luck. Okay, that's pretty rare right there. Normally get like -5, -10, whatever. Plus 17, that's ridiculously good. So that means Voltaire is pretty much going to be critting the entire rest of the time. To give you an idea, plus 20 is the Band of Fortune, which is the best luck bonus you can get in the game. So plus 17 for the fight is amazing. Alright, so this guy can't heal, so I'm going to start pecking at him. In fact, before he takes anybody out, we're just going to start working on him. Because at this point, time is not our friend. Alright. Give Eddard a little bit of a boost. All we need are all the berserks making it to the last fight. Almost there, almost there, almost there. We'll try to evac Canopus if we can. I don't see anybody requesting it, but hey, if it's a possibility, we'll do it. I don't know if it will be, though. Because we can't necessarily make it that far right now. And, yeah, with healing options, basically, you're almost out at this point. You really just want to be working towards getting out of here. Didn't really expect Murden to be such a problem. Ooh, okay, Volker just got taken out. Oh, really? Oof, okay, that's convenient. Somehow that 81% missed, so RNG's decided to pick our side for once. Now, despite all those times that, all those 25% just absolutely had to hit for some reason. Not there. I probably could have dropped a Phalanx and gotten her out of the fight entirely. Go for Diebold. In fact, just finish him. What's this now? Oh, hang on. I gotta put a bit of a pause on this. One sec. Okay, and I'm back. Sorry, random phone call. Okay, back to it. Okay, so let's get not Voltaire, let's get Diebold out of here. And get rid of all of his damage. Probably put up Last Resort for defense. He's almost charged up, but that's fine. One more hit and he should be up to where he needs to be. By the way, I wasn't moving there for the card, I was mostly moving there as a bit of a gap filler. Don't want to go... Probably just want to shackle him, to be totally honest. Actually, no, the stagger from a regular hit might be worthwhile. Yeah, there we go, we got it. So now he'll stop dodging all the time. Okay, leave his bar filled up. Oh, you suck! Alright, I gotta heal that pronto. Turn bonus. Yeah, Shackle will just completely render him useless. Not exactly something you want. Alright. And then Folkert, you continue working on this guy. Yeah, so as you can see, like 25% better hit chance now. Get a little bit more generation going. Oh, not a good time for that. Come on now. It's the worst possible time for that. Aegis on you. Make sure that you can blood price later. That's fine. Yeah, okay then. So him using blood price there is just fine. Silenced Murden is just fine. I mean, if they're just gonna go ahead and attack the knights, I really have no problem with that. Because the knights are generally not going to be seeing a whole lot of damage coming their way. Perfect. Broke through there. Let's stick Aegis on Eddard. Hopefully stick a knight next to him with Guardian Force. Okay. Sabrina's gone. That only leaves Murder. Not that we really need to, but we might as well. It allows for recovering the party. Oh yeah, I forgot Doppelganger is out there still too. Who cares? And I guess he's a really heavy hitter, but still. And he's got TP, but you know what's a good way to remove TP? Tyrant Fist. There we go. Ooh. Okay, that'll take care of him. Ruination will almost get him. But I want my knights to keep their TP for the time being. We're almost done, though. Almost done. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Could have gone for a crit there, but oh well. There we are. Doppelganger's down. Hua. Hua hua. That just leaves this last item for Folkert. So yeah, we still only have one salvation gem. So if Denham's knocked down, one other unit can sacrifice themselves to bring him back up. Otherwise, this route seems to only have one mulligan. So that's always fun. Right, let me get you out of here. A little bit surprised to see one of the twins going down in this fight. She's going to stay right there. You can actually spend an extra round to just kind of sit here and make sure that everybody's turns are coming up faster. Especially if he decides to do that. That's it's a one-item heal. That really does not matter at all. At least not for now, anyway. Yeah, it seems like you get about 10 Farron boluses on this route, so that's perfectly fine. Alright, let's get Canopus out of here. I don't think I needed him for anything for the last boss. If he got up so close to him with an axe, he might have been able to get a breach, but really aside from that, there wasn't a whole lot. Okay. Let's get rid of that last stun. It's almost like this was planned or something. Okay. We're just gonna go ahead and sit here and pretend that this was all planned down to the movement. So yes, we just expected this exact RNG on everything. Okay, let's go for Dorgy. Ah, Mr. Dorgy. You appear to have really crap accuracy. How's that work? There we go, just want to strengthen on him. And then he's gonna sit there and be all fast-like. Alright, you're just gonna sit there, you're gonna attack Dorgy. Yeah, that's not great, but that's fine. She's got her TP maxed out. A little bit of a poke. Please don't be phase 2, good. Give you a little bit more regeneration. Just in general, we need a lot of regeneration flying around. And then we need at least a couple of Guardian Forces so that we can kind of hopefully the plan is run up, use finishing moves. If he survives, use the second round finishing moves, and use Guardian Force to survive it. I think he might have just phase 2. Yeah, there we go. He just phase 2'd himself. Perfect. I love how Denim's all confident at that point. It's like, oh man, we got this guy now. And in most cases, like in most people's first run through this fight, they're like, yeah, we're getting our friggin' everything pushed in. This isn't going great. So your units get scattered about at random based on, well, not entirely random, but just basically based on whatever turns you had them out here with, or based on whatever order you deployed them in. You're in a blood price. If you set somebody to low health and he sees that he can kill them off, he'll go up, and if you have Guardian Force active, he won't know what to do. If you set them up in this exact way, it seems like you'll be able to have one Berserker hiding behind one Knight. In pretty much an almost one-to-one scenario, except for that one over there. But to be fair, their Knight got knocked out. Yeah, if she can Thunder Beast, I'm just going to Thunder Beast with her, because there's a really good chance of her getting KO'd here. What I would hope, by the way, is that maybe this guy would be given some kind of health stealing move or something, because, in all honesty, he doesn't exactly hold up too well. There we go, that's fine. Like, he's really fast and he hurts a whole lot, but if you make it with more than half of your team, there's nothing to worry about here. Like, we have no healing items, but as far as I'm concerned, this run's already beaten. Maybe he needs reflect damage, or maybe he needs, I don't know, something. I mean, I'm going for safety strategies here just for the hell of it. He's probably going to get 1 or 2 attacks off before my main damage gets here. Even still. Right, come on, what you got? What you got? Alright, so you can be able to knock down 1 Berserker. What a big scary boy with all them wings. You know what's scarier? Being able to do 400 plus damage to the boss. That seems to work real good. Yeah, his defense seems lower than a Terra Knight, actually. Which isn't... By the way, I'm not saying Terra Knight's have bad defense, I'm just saying that one Terra Knight earlier took 250, whereas that guy took a hell of a lot more than that. And there we go. That's the run complete. As soon as congratulations comes up, that's the fight run. Fight done. There we go. 13 hours, 27 minutes, 19 seconds. And now we find out what ending we got. I'm not going to skip through the ending. Well, except for this part, because, you know, Warren. I'm just going to skip Warren. See what ending we got. Have I crowned our sovereign... Actually, we probably got the assassination ending. Made it through all of that crap. Got shot in the face. Because the funny part is, I think I did everything exactly wrong. Because, okay, yeah, no, this is the bad ending. With the best music, which is the funny part. So yeah, best ending. I don't know why exactly this has the best music, but whatever. But yeah, this is Reminiscence, which is funny because, funnily enough, in pretty much every Matsuno game there is a Reminiscence theme for whatever bizarre reason. None of them sound even kind of similar. So yeah, see that as you will. Now, yeah, in order to avoid the assassination ending, you basically have to take care of a few things. You need to have beaten the tigers, so I might actually route in going to fight the tigers. Or you can have Kashua survive, or you can have high enough chaos frame and make sure that you don't punish the Bakram, or rather, no, you actually have to punish the Walliser guys. So, when you take Heim, you're given a choice of like, oh yeah, a bunch of your guys are being massive douchebags and going around and ruining everything, and your options are, well, no, there are people, we have to look the other way, or, you know, we're just screwed, so whatever. Like, oh man, sister sure shanked herself. See, this was, like, well before pre-shanking. Like, why'd you not hit me, bro? Because you're annoying, that's why. What about my feelings? I swear that, you know what, Cashwood would fit in perfectly in Grey's Anatomy. She's like, I just want to go derail the plot for no reason because feelings. The feelings are just too much. There's too many feels. Like, it's funny how 90% of that show, like, just all the problems can be completely avoided if people would just finish their frickin' sentences. It's frustrating. Like, I swear to God, like, every single issue that comes up, it's like, oh, hey, I want to tell you about... No, I'm having a crappy day on my job. And they run off, and then, like, the next day, whatever the thing that they needed to tell them is suddenly a big deal. Like, oh my God, you didn't tell me the thing. Like, well, I came to tell you. How am I supposed to believe you? Because this is our plot point in every single episode. And there's, like, 200 episodes. That's why. Alright, so this is when she decided to go run off and derail the plot, because that's what she does best. Bye, idiot ball! So I love how in XCOM 2, with the right mods, I was able to actually create her as a character, wearing both a tiara and a ball on her head, with a nickname of Idiot Ball. Yeah, and this guy's like, oh man, you thinking about your sister again? Because, you know, she's a moron. You probably shouldn't worry about that. But, yeah, he's wondering if he was wrong now. Basically, just mashing through buttons is slightly faster than saving her. You end up skipping a little bit of an extra cutscene. Of course, you know, those few seconds wouldn't matter that much. Maybe we'll go for the good ending next time. One of the many, many, many good endings. This is, like, the only bad ending you can get. So... It's kind of, like, I love how they set this up, though. This is why it's one of my favorite ones. It's like, oh man, you know, like, government's in shambles, there's really no leadership going on. Also, guess what? You're about to be crowned king in the most goofy-looking pajamas the world's ever seen. So, yeah. Also, hey, check it out. You remember how you totally had, like, a kind of sort of implied girlfriend way back here, and then you just kind of left her behind at the church? Yeah? Okay, cool. Also, your dad died. So there's that. I love how everyone's breaking out the gun emotes. No! No, no, no. I killed it. Killed it. Don't touch controller. You sit over there. But yeah, I think if all goes well, I think this particular route can maybe go down to like an 11 or so, a 10 or 11. Because there's definitely at least a couple hours of just complete chuckling about that I did. So that's definitely a thing. It's definitely a lot like at this point it is more than 3 times slower than the world record route. So that whole thing I was thinking of saving on menuing time by, you know, not having to do menus as often. Yeah, not exactly the case. It's a speedrun in the quotationiest of quotes, for sure. All these people are running around like, oh man, too bad our government sucks. Even though this scene would just be playing with happier music and the nicer endings. I love how as soon as things got better, they just put way more people to go guard the snow. And the griffins... Is it tiger griffins? I don't know. Here's the tiger griffins. Is it a taiga? I don't actually know the definition of a taiga, now that I think about it. The war that engulfed the thing would be known as that thing, or the Heim conflict, which makes no sense. I don't know where they get that name from. It's like the least cool name they could have gone with. Matsuno. That guy does stuff. And occasionally he writes stuff. He comes up with stuff. Occasionally he forgets how balance works, a lot of the time. But it doesn't matter, because that guy made the series happen, so thanks for that guy existing. Also, that castle makes 0 sense whatsoever. Just saying. Some of this concept art makes 0 sense. And that is... I mean, come on now. That's basically Helm's Deep. Yeah, you never see a lot of these fancier structures in this kind of situation. That is just... I don't even know what that's supposed to be exactly. I think that's supposed to be one of the forts, but I don't know how exactly, like, what exactly that thing's going to defend. It's kind of unclear. Yeah, visual effects guy. Man, props to that guy for sure. Background design, very yes. Art director, who did a friggin' good job except for the Terror Knights. Just all these folks. Character modeling, they had a surprising... okay, character modeling is funny, because you can really easily tell which ones are... wait. What even is? What even is what? But yeah, it's kind of funny, because with character design, so many of the things are just straight up ported from previous games. And then there's a bunch of them, like, for example, most of the Dark Knight commanders, Azelston and Ravnus, that are just very clearly out of place, because they were actually redone for this game. How do? You know how do? Because. That's how. Because. But yeah, so hopefully tomorrow we'll be wrapping up the Cerebro mod. And then from there, it's time to go make the big ol' comeback in X Division. So you make an Archer mode so we can spam it during the speedruns? You got it. Actually, that's one of the ones I had on there. I had a Knight swinging an axe. I had a Griffin, the Sculptopus from March of the Black Queen. I was going to put Pistol Knight, so I need to remember to screenshot this as it goes through. But yeah, Gun Knight is definitely going in there. It's like every time that there's a bad ending, you need to spam Gun Knight. But yeah, don't worry, I'm doing the emotes. Apparently I suck worse at Photoshop than I remember. Because literally, I have them made, I have them with all their transparent backgrounds and everything. I can't remember how to resize them for the life of me. So, I just have this pile of things that I can't upload. Because it needs 3 separate sizes of each one, and I can't remember how to do that. Which is funny, because I spent like 3 years training with Photoshop, and can't remember one of the most basic features. But whatever, I'll figure it out. Eventually. Whatever. You know what? Here's the thing. Just random suggestions. Emotes you want to see on there, and I'll make them. Whatever they are, because, quite frankly, I probably already have pictures of it laying around somewhere, so it's just a matter of copying and pasting. So, we got Gun Knight. We got Archer. We got, Fairy for sure. What else? Oh, Sculptopus, that's already on there. We need... What else do we want on there exactly? I think Zabos, just with his weird hamburger face. I think we need a Canopus. Oh crap, wait, I just ruined the... You know what, whatever, timer, get out of here. Do you want to update your splits now? Yes? Layout has been updated. I'm about to save. Do you want to save your layout? Yeah? Now? Yes. Okay. So, that'll be that then. Oh yeah, now everybody starts showing up now that the run's over. I see how it is. But we're just about at the ultimate bad ending. So, let me know then. What other emotes do you guys want to see on here? You know, however many I can put on there. Like, I think it's limited to 1 to 3 somewhere. Something like that. Like, Archer emote will probably be the first one on there. You know what? Actually, I think I can skip this to go straight to the gun ending. Alright, give me gun ending, as nice as all this art is. Man, Denim looks like a massive dork. I love how you can tell that they still had Cashua's thing on there, but they just photoshopped his head on top of this. Like, look at the crown. Just go into full screen and look at that crown. And just tell me they didn't just Photoshop his head on top of Cashua's normal face there. You can't, because that's exactly what they did. Yeah, you're not supposed to get this ending is the main takeaway. Actually, maybe I should put Dorky Denim as one of the things. Lord of the Walliser, says the guy as he just won a war for them. And yeah, there we go. That guy is impossible in every way, shape, and form. Knights can't use guns, pistols only have a range of 4 to 5, and yeah, that's like a 7-tile shot he just took. Looking at the replay, yeah, like 6 or 7 tiles. Alright, so we can probably go ahead and save that. I mean, that's the first successful run, so that has to be saved somewhere. Jeez, do I have enough friggin' saves? I think I might actually be capped out on save files. This is probably the same one. Let's just kill off this one. There we go. There we go. Concord King unbloodied. So yeah, that means you never took any casualties. So yeah, Concord King won without using chariots. Tragic King sent to the throat only to be brought down by an assassin. Bringer of strife. Told that sacking Ryan was unavoidable. And yeah, unbloodied. Had no deceased units after the Hanging Garden. So we only took a couple of injuries that entire time. So we lost Sabrine, lost Mathild, and Volkert and Voltaire each took one, as did Murden. Most of them were to cliffs, a couple of them were to bleed outs, but whatever. Let's see, Voltaire changes classes without changing sprites? Yes. Yes, he does. So Voltaire is a Berserker. Voltaire and Sarah didn't originally have that feature, but they have it in one vision because, I mean, you get them every single run. It's weird that they're considered unique characters by the game, and that you can't turn them into Angel Knights, you can't turn them into Liches. Or rather, you can turn them into Liches, you can't turn them into anything that allows them to transmogrify, so you can't make them into zombies, you can't make them into Angel Knights. So yeah, the game already views them as unique, so they got unique sprites. So the next one for next week, by the way, is going to be an attempt at doing the same speedrun with Warrior and Phalanx. So still gonna get Canopus. The route that I'm planning to do is just basically only Warrior and Barton all the way up to Chapter 2, and then once you beat Darza, you get Ways of the Wild, which allows you to make Hoplite marks, which allows you to not Hoplite marks. Hoplite marks? Let's go crafting and see what the hell they're called. There we go, Ways the Wild. Foot soldier marks, there we go. So we're gonna have hoplites. So yeah, it's gonna be all hoplites and warriors. Figure that's pretty fitting. Yep, that's a win. So that was the first successful Iron Man run, plus speed run, plus no save, no chariot, whatever you want to call it. So that's a win. That's a win. And yeah, we're gonna be doing another one later. Just because I want to do this, trying out all kinds of different class combinations. I feel like Berserk Knight and Bart is probably the strongest combo there, just because they can support each other so well. But again, a lot of the classes have a lot of different support stuff that they can do now, so that's always handy. It is a victory. But yeah, it was ultimately, what was it, 13 hours, 29 minutes, something like that? So yeah. I'm gonna think of it, technically speaking. Yeah, if I'm going for hoplites... Ow, crap, I just friggin' bit my gum, that's gonna suck later. Ow. I need to get lizards. So in that case, if we're doing that route... Probably gonna have to get wizards, get them up to... Yeah, probably go wizards for the first fight, get them up to 5, do a tiny mouth fight to get the warriors up to scratch. Have warriors with cokes. Or I can just use Canopus with cokes to get all the lizards needed. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that works out exactly. So, that'll be that for today, and then tomorrow we'll be having the full both sections to do the Cerebro mod. So thank you guys for stopping by, and yeah, have a fantastic one. Oh, and by the way, if you have any emotes or any anything that you want to see, just seriously write to me wherever. People seem to keep thinking that like I get upset or something from questions or messages or whatever else. Dude, go for it. Just friggin' spam away. I don't care. Worst case scenario, I might be a little bit late in responding to it, but I obsessively respond to everything. Thank you very much. Alright, anyway, so see you then. Take care. Bye.